Hello, we are from Group 1, and on this video, we are going to explain to you our criticism, specifically our eco-criticism of the movie Annihilation. Before we dive in any further in our analysis, it's best for us to explain what is eco-criticism first.
According to Claude Felty, ecocriticism is the study of the relationship between literature and physical environment. It takes an earth-centered approach to literary studies. This approach asks how literary works represent nature, how, quote, science itself is open to literary analysis, unquote, and seeks, quote, cross-fertilization between literary studies and environmental discourse, unquote, across the humanities. Ecocriticism began in the US in the late 1890s and in the UK in the early 1900s. In the UK, it is better known as screen studies. Ecocriticism and film. Why it is important to understand the effect of seeing an image on screen? Well, we as the audiences have to observe the basic unit of filmic image, which is the photograph, for the fact that the screen acts as a barrier between the audiences and the world depicted on screen. Then, what is the correlation between ecocriticism and any movie? What concerns ecocritics are not the only issue of whether environment is as important as the human characters, but also the issue of the authenticity of the environment being represented on film. For every assignment, we are going to take a deeper look on the movie titled Annihilation through ecocriticism studies. Annihilation is a sci-fi horror movie written and directed by Alex Garland that is based on a novel of a series written by Jeff Vandermeer. The movie was first released on February 23, 2018. The movie grossed $43 million with $40 million budget. The movie was later released on Netflix.
To have a better understanding on what the movie is about, I'm going to explain the movie plot. So the movie started with the main character, Lena, who was interrogated by people in hazmat suits. Lena then proceeds to tell her story, starting with her husband coming back from a mission when he was presumably dead. After waking up in their secret facility, Lena was faced with the shimmer phenomena. When she found out that a team was organized to follow what her husband's team did, she volunteered to join to go to the lighthouse. One by one, the other 4 members of the team died or gone as they entered the shimmer. Upon arriving at the lighthouse, she found Dr. Ventress, who proceeds to tell Lena that something was inside her. Ventress then becomes a cloud alien that absorbs a drop of Lena's blood. The alien then mimics Lena, and Lena has to trick the alien to ignite one of Kane's leftover grenades. Burning, the being sets the lighthouse ablaze as Lena flees. The shimmer dissipates. Lena said that the shimmer was not intentionally destroying Earth, but merely doing what it does naturally. United with the clone Kane, Lena hugged him and both of their eyes shimmered. So, how exactly is nature depicted in the movie? How nature is dealt with, seen, described, and defined varies greatly. The nature that is depicted in the movie Annihilation is certainly different from what nature is conventionally. In this film, human nature as a destroyer can change by nature, and it gives humans some lessons. The movie started with Lena explaining about the mutations of cells depicting a life within nature. Nature then was depicted by the shimmer itself. Nature was depicted as both terrifying yet beautiful. Lena, the main character, herself told the scientist interrogating her that what she had faced during the time in the shimmer was beautiful. As most of the film was set in the shimmer, the nature depicted in the movie was not conventional. Nature is seen as something that is wrong. The film depicts the nature as the cause of death of the humans. For example, the idea of people killing each other is because they are supposedly driven mad by the shimmer. The shimmer is depicted to look like a rainbow liquid or to look like or represent a waterfall that can be seen as beautiful but also dangerous. The shimmer also looks like a swamp and forest in usual and has a colorful light, but actually it describes hallucinations.
How the depiction of nature represents human-nature relationship. First is the nature is depicted as human being. The nature depicted in the movie Annihilation actually represents human being. The movie is actually a metaphor for cancer, making the alien as a cancerous cell and the earth as human being. The nature is seen as a destructive force towards human. The idea of cancer is mentioned several times during the movie. Cass's child died from leukemia, Ventress supposedly has or had cancer, and Lena's lecture talking about cancerous cells. At the beginning of the movie, the audience might believe that everything gets messed up because of this mutation. Life grows and mutates, and sometimes you might see something beautiful like the white, skeletal deer with branches for antlers, and sometimes you get scream bear, the bear made of screams. And then there is singularity explained. Annihilation takes the fundamental process of how life spreads and involves the expressing it throughout the movie. Every living being started out from a single cell, a singularly, and from there continued to evolve and change. Annihilation is same as the history of the universe in a reverse. It is the scientists walk into a world that is in contest evolutions, which as Lena approached the lighthouse and everything begins to become one and called singularity. The closer the scientists get to the singularity, it starts to reflect their self-destructive nature and threats to kill each other. The scientists start to uncover the prism properties, including its ability to mutate and duplicate matter. And then human self-destructiveness. In this film, there's a shimmer. It is a prism. When light goes through a prism, it changes, become real. When people go through an experience, they have the tendency to change or to mutate into a new person, or even worse, they don't make it. In the beginning of the movie, Lena is shown to give a brief biology lesson, which is tumor cells, and a cancer cell. It is our own body product that have the ability to eventually kill us. It causes self-destruction. The concept of human self-destructiveness is shown through the portrayal of the characters, which every character is dealing with self-destruction. For example, Anya's self-destruction is alcoholism, Josie is depression, Lena's self-destructiveness. Ventus, however, is not something that she can control over, therefore she dies. Our inability to stop destroying Earth is intentionally evocative of humanity's inability to stop anything that has given way to climate change. Our collective urge to destroy our environment is reflected in the shimmer's skyview effects on a coastline and in Lena's inability to do anything but let her marriage work.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you guys enjoy this video and find it helpful.